Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about what it's like to be poor in California. We're going to talk about who is considered low income and who is considered very low income. We're going to go to one of the cheapest grocery stores here and we're going to buy groceries for a week for a family of 4. Let's do it. I live in one of the most expensive places in the United States, in the Bay Area. And according to statistics, nearly half of people who live here are considered low income or very low income. Let me explain what this means. There is this notion called median income. What it means is that there is a number, which is this income, and half of the population makes less and half of the population makes more. So if we talk about the Bay Area, we have counties where the median income is $108,000 for a family of 4 per year. But we also have the San Francisco area, which is slightly more expensive, and there the median income is $121,000 a year for a family of 4. And basically, in order to be considered low income, you need to make 50 to 80% of the median income. Translating this into real numbers, if you live in the Bay Area but not in San Francisco, you need to make from $54,000 to $86,000 to consider low income. And if you live in San Mateo, San Francisco, and Marin counties and make from $60,000 to $97,000 a year, you're also considered low income. Okay, let's go get some groceries. I'm not going to mention programs from California or federal programs that are supporting low-income Americans. I think it's important to give everyone who's coming from abroad this perspective of how expensive Silicon Valley is. I remember when we first came here as 3 co-founders. We came from Russia and I was used to like very low standard of living. We paid $2,600 for a 1-bedroom apartment here in Mountain View. 3 of us stayed there. We bought cheapest groceries. We would go to every startup meetup so we could eat for free there. We would go to every party so we could eat for free. We try to save on everything. And I know that a lot of people come here for opportunities. You need to be ready for this type of environment. I mean, the prices, I mean, the level of produce that you're getting for this price, because you should have a clear purpose why you're coming here. And I'm actually glad we didn't have kids earlier, because it would have been really hard, like having limited work hours as a mom, not relying on the government, on the state when you have a baby, because the paid maternity leave here is 6 weeks compared to like 3 years where I come from. I think it's really important to understand what's going on here in terms of prices. This is actually the cheapest store. I googled it and I already see price differences. So raspberries are $2.99, elsewhere $4.99, but I can say like I've seen raspberries for $9 as well. Alaskan wild salmon. Oh, this is all black. Avocados, 3 for $5. Let's take 3. My kids love canned corn and canned peas, so this is what we're gonna get. Let's actually calculate how much money people have here to spend on groceries.
Let's take a number that's considered to be low income, which is $90,000 a year in San Mateo County. If you Google how much people pay in taxes here in California, and of course every situation is different, but Google tells me that if you make $90,000 a year, you end up paying around $17,800 in taxes. This leaves you with $6,000 net a month. On average, you need $3,000 to rent a 2-bedroom apartment here. So let's assume this family is renting something like this. This means that after you deduct your rent, you end up with $3,000 a month for groceries, medical expenses, clothing, maybe some savings because you want to pay for your kids' college later. You need gas, you need to pay for your car, and everything else. Don't forget about retirement if your company doesn't do that.
Let's get some pasta. My kids love this one. 89 cents. This is granola for $1.99. Quick oats for $2.99. Okay, let's get some apples. $3.99. $4.69 for a dozen of organic eggs. Bananas, $2.99. What I'm noticing is that prices are pretty similar to Costco, but because the store is a little smaller, you don't get this huge variety of brands. Okay, let's get some milk. $6.29. This is more expensive than I expected. $6.29 for a gallon of organic milk. Oh, let's get sour cream. $2.79 sour cream. Okay, veggies. My favorite salad mix costs $3.69 here. Okay, let's grab potatoes. Potatoes, $3.49. I assume that you would try to fit all of your expenses, grocery expenses, into $500 a month, because otherwise it might get tricky, like with cars and medical stuff. Okay, let's get chicken, organic chicken. Let's get, we love these, $3.39. Okay, let's get two, $3.69, $3.39. Organic ground beef, $5.99. Expiration date, let's check it. Oh, it's actually 13. Wow, it's April 13th. This is what I was told. People told me to check the expiration dates because they're normally here, because they're able to reduce the prices, they're actually really close. Okay, so we need to freeze it today. I'll make sure I do it. There's actually another category of families here in the Bay Area that's considered very low income. In order to be considered very low income, your income has to be less than 50% of the median income, which for San Mateo County is $60,000 a year for a family of 4. And even imagining that they have a lot of tax benefits, and let's imagine they pay zero tax, which is impossible. I still think they pay something. But even with $60,000 a year, you're left with $5,000 a month, of which $3,000 to $4,000 would go into rent, unless you own a house and you bought it years ago, so you don't end up paying a huge tax on your property. Let's get some butter, unsalted, extra creamy, made with sweet cream. What does that mean? Cream, natural flavor. Oh, can we have something natural? Okay, natural. Does it have any flavors? It does. Natural flavor. Okay, ghee. Does it have any flavors? No. Oh, this one is raw, so it's just butter. Okay, perfect. What about this one? Oh, this is interesting. This is with avocado oil and salt. Okay, let's get this one. This is all the natural ingredients, so basically butter, avocado oil, and salt. No flavors, no nothing, so we'll get this one. $2.49. It's actually a good deal because this brand is super expensive. Their eggs sell for like $6 or $7. Okay, $2.49. If you're watching from Europe, I have my favorite cheese, which is called Alterman, which is from Finland. So Havarti is American version of Alterman, my favorite cheese. $3.50.
It's also important to remember that higher education in the US is not free. And I assume that the family of 4 that has 2 kids would want to save something for their kids for college. But being in the Bay Area with low income makes it really, really hard.
This retails for almost $2 at Whole Foods. This is a good deal. I'm gonna take 2. The honey is not too cheap, $7.99. Rita Sport in German, $1.99.
A family of 4 with an income of around $40,000 or less is considered to be living under the SPM in the Bay Area. And SPM supplemental poverty measure takes into account the local cost of living and government benefits a person receives. So if you make $40,000 a year in California, you would end up paying $7,600 in taxes, but I assume there would be child tax credit and there would be other tax benefits. So for this video, let's assume that the taxes are $5,000, which leaves us with $2,900 left for paying the rent, paying for groceries, car, medical expenses, etc. So because we're talking about San Mateo County, I decided to see what's the cheapest 2-bedroom rental that I can find here. And so here's this house for $1,950. So after you pay rent and taxes, you're left with $950 per month for a family of 4 to pay for a gas, car, and everything else. So after I came back from the grocery store and we started editing the video, I also realized that when I was buying, I was thinking about my family. And in my family, we have 2 very small kids. One goes to daycare, so doesn't really eat at home. My husband works from the office sometimes, so he eats there. I don't normally eat a lot, so we're not a family with like 4 adults who eat 3 meals a day. And of course, every family is different. So again, I was thinking about mine. But if you would assume that you have a family with 4 people and the kids are grown up and they don't have 3 meals at school, they eat most of their meals at home, then of course you would need to buy a lot more food, maybe double that.
Okay, let's go to the checkout and see how much I will end up paying. Thank you, you too. Okay, I have a receipt here for $85. There was no tax, there was just one item that was taxed, as nail polish. I took it. Just because, you know, we want this clear experiment. Of course, you're gonna end up buying shampoos, of course, you're gonna end up buying shower gels, etc. But if you don't eat anything extra, I think $70 per week per family is doable if you're okay with a very simple menu like chicken, meat, pasta, potatoes. So nothing special, but very healthy. So I try to take everything that was organic. I try to avoid processed foods just because you will end up paying more for your healthcare. This is my attitude for life.
So it looks like if you're trying to save on groceries in the Bay Area, you would end up spending around $400 a month. Which means that if you make $90K a year, after paying taxes, rent, and buying groceries, you would end up with $2,600. If you make $60K as a family of 4, after paying your $3K rent and buying groceries, you're left with $1,500. And if you're officially poor, under $40K, after paying for groceries, a family of 4 is left with just $600 to pay for gas, medical expenses, clothes, and other things.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video up to the very end. I hope it was useful and I hope it was insightful for you. If you're considering California as your next place to move to, let me know what you think. Let me know how much it costs in your country to buy something similar for a family of 4 for a week. I'm gonna read your comments down below. Thank you so much. And please subscribe to this channel. See you soon.